Problem 548. Two function machines. The function f of x equals 5x minus 3 and g of x equals the quantity of x minus 1 squared are shown at right. Letter A. Suppose the function f of 3, not x equals 3, is dropped into g of x machine. This is written as the function g of f of 3. What is this output? So they're trying to emphasize here, we're not just putting 3 into the function for g of x, we're putting in the output, f of 3. Well, in order to know what that value is, we're going to have to take the 3 and put it into our function for x, for f of x here. So let's do that. Let's say instead of saying the function f of x equals 5x minus 3, okay, and this is something that a lot of students make the mistake of. We're taking out x and we're replacing it with 3. So we're going to say the function f of 3. It's no longer x once I put the 3 inside there. So I'm going to have 5 times 3 minus 3. Well, our function f of 3 is equal to 15 minus 3, which is 12. So f of 3 equals 12. So for letter A here, when we're dropping in to our function g, they want us to drop in f of 3. They're going to say here, all right, well, if we do g of f of 3, okay, they want to know what this equals. Well, we know that the function, our function f, when we put 3 into it there, it has a value of 12. So we can take this expression, because f of 3 equals 12, let's replace the f of 3 with the 12. This would be the same thing as saying g of 12 is going to equal, and let's take it and plug in that 12 over here. We're going to say 12 minus 1 squared. 12 minus 1 is 11, and 11 squared should give us 121. Now, as we go back and we put everything back together here, they wanted to know g of f of 3. Well, the function g of f of 3 should equal 121, because it's the same thing as if we had the 12 in there. So our answer for part A is, when we plug in our output f of 3 into g of x here, we end up with the output for g being 121. So what is the output? It was 121, which you see over here. That was letter A. Now, letter B. Using the same function machines, what is the function f of g of 3? Be careful. The result is different from the last one because the order in which you use the machines has been switched. With f of g of 3, first you find g of 3. Then you substitute that answer into the machine named f of x. All right, so let's take a peek here. We've got letter B, and we're looking to find f of g of 3. So that's simply stated there. G of 3, remember, is an output. So let's take our g of 3 and let's plug it into our function g of x. So we're going to take it here. We'll do that let's do it down below here. So we're going to say g of 3. Actually, let's jump the gun there. Let's make sure that we know what our g of x is. So g of x is our quantity of x minus 1 squared. We're replacing the x with the 3, so we're going to say g of 3, or function g of 3, We're going to have 3 minus 1 squared. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we have 2 squared, which is 4. So our function g of 3 is equal to 4. So that means here that if we were trying to find now the output of our g of 3, if we're taking that and putting it into as our input for our f of x, we're going to be taking it and it's going to be the same thing as saying f of 4, because remember these have the same value. F of 4 is going to be, and then we need to take it and substitute it in the rest of the way, just like we did the 3 up here. So f of 4 is going to equal 5 times 4 minus 3. 5 times 4 is 20, minus 3 is going to give us 17. So we know that our function f of 4 equals 17, which means that our function f of g of 3 also equals 17. So that would be our answer for B. So order does matter there. Here we had f of g of 3, which equaled 17. Over here we had g of f of 3 equals 121. So just think about it. It's kind of like order of operations. You start inside and work your way out. We started inside and we worked our way out. This is problem 5-48. This is dealing with composition of functions. If you have questions, make sure you ask your teacher. Hopefully this helped you out there. This is Mr. Boyd.